Hello, twisted humans.
Do you find yourself wanting to know more about the latest murder, conspiracy, cult, or haunting?
Then this is the podcast for you. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Sierra, and this is Twisted and Uncorked. Hello and welcome to episode 85 of Twisted and Uncorked. If you are joining us on the YouTube, and if you're not, you should be, you will see that we are in costume again today. Alicia is not visible. She is dressed as the Fresno Nightcrawler. So there's no arms or anything happening right now. Oh, there she is.
I have to be able to watch, the show. But yeah, no. It's a hard costume. I was just going to cut up a sheet. But then I was like, I looked too much like a ghost. And then I did two black eyes. And then I cinched it into some pants. And Kevin was making fun of me. So we're wearing
I hope you have full body pictures.
A perfect toque. Oh, I do have full body pictures. So if you're not following us on social media, go check that out.
For sure.
Yeah. And Sierra is Mothman.
I am.
Looking pretty fly for the best cryptid guy over there.
I'm trying. Well, this is our very last October episode.
I know, it's
sadly.
sad. And it's weird because when we're recording this, it's the beginning of October.
It is.
So
it
feels a little weird.
Yeah.
You're not going to sense the true sadness in our voice just yet.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately? I don't know. Do you have a fun fact for today?
Yes, I do. The last 3 fun facts have been about whatever costume I'm wearing. However, Sierra did an entire episode on the Fresno Nightcrawlers.
I did.
Episode 51, Haunted Pants or Earth Fairy. So really that has everything you need to know about it. So my fun fact today is about Halloween, as this comes out the week before. According to the Guinness World Records book, the highest number of jack-o'-lanterns ever lit at once was 30,581 by the city of Keene in New Hampshire in 2013.
Jesus.
That would have looked so cool. Can you imagine just being there? That's a whole lot of pumpkins. What is your fun fact?
My fun fact is about bay, as in bay leaves, as in the spice.
Okay.
I told you one time that when you do simmer pots, you can write your intentions on bay leaves and put it in the simmer pot.
Yes, and I love that.
I love it because they're so sturdy. They're good to write on. But there are more properties than just writing on them. So bay is good for killing bacteria.
Oh.
It is good for protection when you're traveling. So you can put it in your wallet for all of the holiday travels coming up. The Thanksgiving travels, the Christmas travels. Put a bay leaf in your wallet to protect you while you're traveling.
Maybe I will do that in 4 days.
Yes. And also, it is a gas remover, meaning you can cook it in your baked beans and you won't get so gassy.
Oh, that's
interesting,
a super
right?
good fun fact, because some people get tummy cramps from that. Ooh.
Yes. I love it.
Love it. That's cool. I dig it. And I also dig this sangria. Do you want to tell the people about it?
Yes. So
You've been
finally I
excited
get to
about
do the
this one.
sangria. It's a red sangria. It has apples, oranges, orange juice, blueberries, seltzer, and brandy, and orange juice in it. Did I say orange juice twice? I might have. Anyway.
You might have, but it's okay.
This recipe comes from a cookbook that I have called the Unofficial Hocus Pocus Cookbook. And the drink is called the Burning Rain of Death. And it makes me so happy.
So cheers to almost Halloween and the burning rain of death.
Yes.
It's
amazing.
I went a little bit outside of your recipe, and instead of seltzer, I put... Oh, man, there's a fruit fly in there. Oh, it's gone now. I put cranberry ginger ale in mine because I was feeling extra festive. So
I put regular ginger ale because I didn't have any seltzer. So same. I also don't have any oranges, but I did have orange juice.
Okay.
Oh, and strawberries. I forgot there's strawberries in there too.
There's strawberries and blueberries. Did you say blueberries? And this time, in true Sierra fashion, I remembered to bring a fruit fork for my sangria
Aw.
this time.
And in true Alicia fashion, I brought an entire size of my head jar for my drink, so I will not run out.
Cheers to that.
Mm-hmm.
This is super good. I love it. It's very festive, very fruity. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10.
Because it came from one of my favorite cookbooks, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh, shit.
2 in a row.
That's 2 in a row. Damn. Guys,
Listen.
send us your sangria recipes. We want to know what you're thinking. What's your favorite? And if you've, some of you have reached out on social media, but if you've tried ours, let us know too, because that's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
If you like them, if you hated them too, if you think that wine tastes like water sometimes, we want to know about it. So reach out, let us know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited. This month has been lots of fun. We hope you've enjoyed all of our crazy costumes in true us fashion. If you're not a YouTube person, don't forget to follow us on social media because we have our pictures there. We posted our first one today because we're very in the future in your ears. No, we're very
in the past.
We're in the past in your ears. That's what I meant.
Yes.
I'm really
So by the time you're hearing this, you should see 4 different Halloween costumes.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, go check it out.
So yeah, I'm very excited. And I know that Sierra's got a pretty cool case for us today. Maybe something to do with our costumes, maybe?
Maybe. But first, we're going to hear a quick promo from Pacific Northwest Haunts and Homicides. Be right back. Welcome back. I am going to get into my conspiracy episode today. But first, I'm sorry, I have to take these off. I cannot read with them on.
But she's prepared, guys. She's got beautiful eye makeup. I prepared for this
with my mothy butterfly eyes.
They look really good. For somebody that's not a makeup person, you're insanely
really
good at
not.
makeup.
All of this silver stuff is lip gloss.
Sometimes you got to get creative, guys.
Yeah, so that's what I had.
It works. Beautiful.
Yeah. I have been diving into my creative side that I don't really have, my artistry side that I don't have.
Yes, you do.
Basically what I'm trying to say is I've been practicing looking at things and then drawing it.
Yes.
Like off of sight. It's really hard, really fucking hard. But I'm getting better and better. And this was one of those things. I looked at a picture of somebody else's eyes and I did it.
It looks amazing.
Sort of. Hers looks way better.
Mascara?
That's also lip gloss.
Perfect.
Yeah, sorry.
Perfect. I tried to smudge purple eyeliner and use an old brush to do that for when I did Dionysus, but it didn't turn out very well. It was too dark.
Yeah.
We got to get creative. I love it. It looks amazing.
Thank you. All right. So the reason for our costumes today is that I am covering a cryptid for my conspiracy episode. This particular cryptid is actually somewhat related to the Mothman trilogy episodes that I covered before, as it is another West Virginia creature. In my Men in Black episode, I talked about Albert Bender and Gray Barker. Albert Bender is the man who started the International Flying Saucer Bureau and then shut it down randomly in 1953 and went off the grid because some creepy shadow men that he later called the Men in Black told him to.
As they do.
Right. Gray Barker is the one who Albert told about the Men in Black, and Gray Barker is also the one who wrote the book about Albert Bender's story, which introduced the Men in Black to the world. Right. Well, I'm bringing up Gray Barker because he is actually from West Virginia in a little town called Riffle.
What?
And when I say little town, I mean extremely small. So small that it isn't even considered a town, but just a community. So small that the Wikipedia page is only 3 sentences. So small that under notable persons from here on Wikipedia, it actually just says notable person, and only Gray Barker is listed.
What?
If Gray Barker wasn't from here, I don't think this place would even be on Wikipedia. But it was.
That's insane. That is insane.
Riffle, West Virginia is located in Braxton County. which is a little bigger of an area as it holds 4 separate towns in this county. Although, still, in all 4 towns, there's only a population of 12,000, like, combined, altogether. Very small.
Huh.
Do you remember my fun fact about how West Virginia is a really weird fucking place way back then?
Yes.
Yeah, people still feel that way, apparently, because the entire state is one of the least populated states in America. And
really?
It's one of 4 states that is actually decreasing in population instead of increasing.
Oh, no.
Yes. The 4 states are West Virginia, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, and Vermont. Everyone's moving out of those places.
Yikes. Well, there's some sort of haunted business happening there.
Right?
So it's on our list, guys. Stay tuned.
The 4 towns that Braxton County, West Virginia hold are Sutton, Gassaway, Burnsville, and Flatwoods. And in case that doesn't sound familiar,
Flatwoods Monster.
Today's story is about the Flatwoods Monster.
Yikes. Okay, I'm crossing it off my list.
Other names for this cryptid are the Braxton County Monster, the Green Monster, Braxy, or the Phantom of Flatwoods. Braxy is adorable.
It is adorable. It's kind of like when people call the Loch Ness Monster Nessie.
Yes. I like the Phantom of the Flatwoods the most.
Yeah, that's cool. Makes it sound cool.
Yeah. I heard you say you're crossing it off the list, so have you heard of this cryptid?
I have heard of this cryptid. I have not dived deep into it. I just read a small article about it at one point in life, and I was like, ooh, that sounds cool.
Have you seen it?
No.
Don't look it up. Because,
oh, is it horrifying?
Well, I'm going to ask you to, like, picture it in your head based on the description that I tell you, and then show it to you. Because every time I hear the description, I picture it one way, and then when I see it, I'm like, how did these people come up with this? Like, their description is awful.
Okay.
And so I want you to hear it first.
Okay. And if anyone was wondering what that was, I just killed a bug.
Oh.
There was a bug crawling on my ring light. Rude.
Rude.
Okay. Tell me.
Hey, we bugs like light, okay?
I know, but if you're going to be a creepy crawly, you got to stay outside. In my defense, I trapped 2 bugs and took them outside today already.
Aww.
He was like this, like minuscule. I thought it was a fruit fly, but apparently it wasn't.
Yeah.
I've done my bug part for today.
For today. Maybe another time.
Yeah, exactly.
So this particular cryptid has only been sighted once, or maybe twice, depending on who you ask. So this episode is not going to be a long one, but there's a lot to speculate about.
Okay.
Starting with the fact that this sighting happened in 1952. The very year that I mentioned in other episodes that had the most UFO sightings on record. Also, 1952 is the year right before Albert Bender went underground because he was told to stop looking for UFOs by 3 weird shadow men.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that the sighting happened to children.
Yeah.
We have talked a little bit about how weird it is that ultra-terrestrial creatures, or even aliens, seem to be attracted to children or information about children. And even that Michael Jackson alien we talked about that landed specifically on a school's playground. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, creepy. Okay, so let's talk about the Flatwoods Monster sighting.
Yikes. Okay. I'm scared to picture it now.
On September 12th, 1952, Edward, Freddie, Neil, and Tommy, ages between 10 and 14, were outside playing football in the field at Flatwoods Elementary School. It was about 7:15 p.m. and the sun was going down. Suddenly, the boys noticed a bright orange ball of light streaking through the sky and then falling to the ground near the Fisher farm. Fisher farm is just the last name of a family, the Fisher family.
Okay.
As I stated earlier, there were a ton of UFO sightings already that year. It was also the middle of the Cold War, so the threat of bombs hurling in from Russia was also a thought. And on top of both of those things, there was a meteor shower the month previous. Right. So with all of that in mind, seeing something of this nature falling to the ground from the sky and not exploding was super intriguing to the small town kids and some others nearby. Edward and Freddie were brothers, and their mother, Kathleen May, was at home right near the elementary school. The boys filled Kathleen in on the sighting, a few others overheard, and Kathleen, the 4 boys, and 2 teens, one being a National Guardsman, and the neighborhood dog Richie, all quickly headed to the area near the Fisher farm.
That sounds so cute. Why would you name your dog Richie? But also, I love it. Okay,
right?
That's not the point of the story. Good old Richie.
I think it's really funny, just as something to talk about because we'll have time, that every time I hear this story told, they're like, and a National Guardsman. He was 17 years old. He had never been deployed yet. Like, I'm
but
sorry,
they're like,
but I know
cool
too
flex,
much.
But okay.
Yes, yes. I know too much about the military to take it seriously because, like,
for sure,
being a National Guardsman is nothing if you don't get called. Sometimes you never get called. You just stay home until there's a war. I mean, granted, this was the time during the Cold War. Mm-hmm. Maybe he was called to something later. Maybe he became a real hero. But currently, he was a 17-year-old kid. Yeah. The hero was Kathleen, the single mother of 2 boys.
Oh, well, the single mothers are always heroes.
Right. Walking in the field up the hillside, they spotted a large, pulsating ball of fire coming towards them. And then 2 smaller glowing circles just to the side of the ball. They shined a flashlight at the 2 circles and realized that they were actually seeing eyes of a creature.
No, thank you.
The creature was about 10 feet tall, had a red, round head with a spade shape behind it, and its giant eyes were described as a glowing greenish-orange color. Which, can I just say...
What the fuck color
makes no sense.
You told me that you were gonna like try and get me to picture this, and it's gonna be totally
It's
different.
so
but now
hard
I'm
to
like, what
picture.
the fuck color is that?
Yes, green and orange are almost at opposite ends of the color wheel spectrum. Like, how is something
so
greenish,
I'm picturing like
orange?
brown-ish at that point when you blend the 2.
Right. What I think happened is that the eyes are green and glowy, and the head is red and glowy. So the red glow was sort of overshadowing the green glow.
Okay, that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
I wasn't there. This is just what happened in my mind.
No, Sierra's speaking from personal experience, and
from
she's lucky to be alive because that sounds horrifying. I mean, you look great for your age.
Oh, thanks. I actually just time traveled. Back to the description. One newspaper quoted it as being, quote, about 10 feet tall, with a face of fiery red, a green body, and a headpiece, which looked like the Ace of Spades, end quote.
So now he's Cleopatra. I'm very confused.
Others called the spade head a sort of hoodie shape. So it was like there was a round head, but then there was a hoodie on top of it. Another article described the creature as a blushing face and a green body worse than Frankenstein, which is super vague. And then there was some people that said the body was actually black, not green. And it was very robot-like with metallic pipes outlining the shape of an armored dress.
What?
Mm-hmm. So now, in my mind, I'm thinking maybe the body was this black metal thing, but it wore green clothes.
Okay.
And the people who saw the black just saw it naked. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
He's just naked.
He's hoodieless at this point.
There was also a discrepancy with its arms. Some people said it had no arms at all. Others said that it had hands that were long and claw-like. Also, it definitely did not have legs. It didn't walk. It glided or floated around.
Kind of like the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Kind of. Well, but the Fresno Nightcrawler clearly has legs.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's pants. Literally.
Yes. Yes.
We have pants.
Well, as that one is a pants, this one is more a dress. Let me show you. Are you picturing it?
I'm horrified, but yes.
Okay. This is the first drawing based on the description that Kathleen and the kids gave.
What the fuck? It looks like a Pokemon. It looks like the Jinx Pokemon, kind of.
It does look like the Jinx Pokemon, kind of, but there is a Pokemon based on this, and it's not the Jinx Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you see what I mean, right?
Yes.
With the hands. And
that's exactly what I thought, too, especially for the hands.
Ick.
Yes. So this is allegedly some sort of armor. Other people, after hearing all of these descriptions, started drawing things like this.
Okay, so that's more like extraterrestrial.
Right. It's a head with this weird hood thing. From another angle, they showed this. They were thinking...
Okay, that's like full-on robot.
Right. Well, they were thinking that this is a vehicle. And the thing is inside. And so that's why it didn't have legs. It was gliding, but it was actually like hovering, like a hoverboard, like a hover machine. Right?
Interesting.
Yeah, and that's why it was all metal.
Very Marvel of it. Like it.
Yeah. My favorite are the next couple ones, which is just more, recent drawings of the beloved creature as a loved cryptid.
Okay.
I
I'm
call
really
her
bad
a
at
she.
describing these things for like people that aren't seeing this visually, but again, go check out our social media. We'll post photos or our website.
Right.
It does give me she vibes.
Yes.
But
yes,
maybe
yes.
that's
I don't
me
know.
being sexist because of the skirt situation.
Right.
And it has boobs, I feel.
It reminds me of the Flame Princess from Adventure Time.
Ooh. Yes, I see that.
That's all I can see when I see it. I always call the Flatwoods monster a her. It also helps that she's called the Flatwoods monster. Woods resonates with me as a female place just because I love the woods so much. Trees.
Yeah, Mother Nature.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very, okay.
Yeah. She's very nature-y to me.
Yeah. I dig
Here's
it.
her on some earrings.
Oh my god, those earrings are so cute. We
So
need them.
cute.
We need them.
And here is her on a chair in Flatwoods, West Virginia. That's how they see her.
I like it. That's
and then
got native vibes to me as well. Like,
yeah,
almost like a headdress, kind of, the hood that it's got. Like
Oh,
a little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
of the sun. All right.
my favorite picture is this next
like
one,
it.
and it is by an artist named Elrich Rach. But it's so cute.
Wow, I love that.
I love it too.
Oh my gosh.
I love
it's
the
like
Flatwoods
in
monster.
a not birdcage, like a little pergola, like gazebo
Yeah.
type situation surrounded by flowers. It's very
Yeah, or like-
feminine, but also
like a
very
little-
like
like a little tiny lantern that you keep on your
Yeah.
coffee table.
I love it. That's so cute. Is it wrong? Like I would have that as like a Flatwoods monster pet. Like, can I keep it?
Right? Well, she's 10 feet tall.
Oh,
Don't forget.
okay, yeah. No, she's bigger than me. I'm out.
But she'd look really cute as a little fairy.
She would. Can we make a fairy version of her and put her
Let's
in this
do
little
it.
lantern?
She's so cute.
Yeah, I like it. Now you're gonna tell me something horrifying though that's gonna ruin.
No,
that
I'm not.
cute
I'm
aesthetic.
not. I'm not. I mean, this is just all.
Sierra has made Ghost Pants cute. She's made Mothman
know.
cute. So she's gonna make it happen.
I love monsters.
Mothman is the anti-hero, and Cryptid why can't I speak English? And the Fresno Nightcrawlers are Ghost Pants. So
Yeah.
this is Mother Nature meets a fairy meets some sort of robot situation. But I like it.
I mean, it doesn't get better from here. I'll say that much. But it's not. It doesn't hurt
doesn't get
anybody either.
worse.
It gets less fun, but anyway.
All right.
So, of course, when the group, 6 kids and a mom, laid eyes on this 10-foot tall thing hovering towards them, they all
Not ideal.
run back the way they came, including the dog, who is also terrified. Poor little Richie with his tail between his legs.
Oh.
As they ran through the field back towards the home, they smelled a putrid smell
Oh, that's
like
not good.
sulfur.
That's not good. That's demony.
It is demony. And it wasn't just like a smell in the air either. It was like a gas in the air. They said it was like a mist. They could see the smell.
I don't
the
like
terrible
that.
smell.
That's a no.
Yeah. And it was so terrible that some of them gagged. Others vomited. They said it burned their nostrils, made their eyes water. And if all of that wasn't bad enough, they could hear a terrifying hiss coming from the thing.
Also demony. Don't love it.
Also demony. But in my mind, I'm thinking not as fun, but if the thing, the dress is actually a machine, like a vehicle, maybe it lets out fumes, like exhaust fumes, sulfur fumes. It's hissing because the engine's running, you know? Maybe.
Like it. Okay.
Once they got back home, still sick and nauseous and not feeling great, Kathleen May called the police and a news reporter and told everyone about what they had just seen. But of course, there were excuses. The police said it was just a meteor and people from all over had seen the same thing, the same orange ball of light. The rest of it must have just been your imagination. You know, the imagination of 6 children and a woman.
Yes, we don't want to listen to anything a woman
It's
could possibly have to
1952.
say. It's crazy talk.
But there were some other things that happened that would help prove it wasn't just their imagination. For one thing, the 7 had terribly sore throats and coughs the next day. So much so that some of them even went to the doctor.
I was going to say, was it peanut mold? That's not funny. I feel bad for them.
On top of that, Gray Barker, ufologist, reporter, and writer, went up to the Fisher farm and reported that he found skid marks in the ground where the thing must have landed, and also a gummy, oily substance that he claims is a surefire sign of UFO activity. Other reporters in the area also mentioned that the group definitely seemed to be terrified of something, and these reporters also smelled a strange, gross substance in the field. Also, once word got out about this thing, other people's reports were found and compared.
Okay. This is how all great stories start.
Just a few days before this sighting, 5 miles north of Flatwoods, in a town called Heater, a woman claimed to have seen a ball of fire up on a hilltop when she and a friend were walking through the woods. She just assumed that it was a light from someone fox hunting, but in an instant the light suddenly vanished, and in its place she saw a giant, dark, humanoid creature. And then, of course, she quickly ran out of the forest.
Yeah. That's one of those times you get the fuck out of the woods.
Yes. The day after the first infamous sighting we talked about, 20 miles south of Flatwoods, near Strange Creek, West Virginia, a couple and their baby were driving through when their car suddenly died. They opened the hood of the vehicle to see what was wrong, and then smelled a strong, putrid sulfur smell.
Uh-oh.
Of course, this just made them think that something from under the hood was burning or on fire. But then the baby started crying. Uncontrollably. Unconsolably.
I think that babies, much like pets at times, can see things that we can't see.
Yeah, I agree. So the, husband and wife, they're back in the car trying to console the baby, whatever. And a big ball of light came in from out of nowhere before it finally disappeared. And then a giant 10-foot tall humanoid creature was hovering in front of their car. The couple was terrified, but the thing passed quickly, gliding into the forest, after first scratching the hood of the car with its claw-like hand.
Rude.
Can you picture that sound? Like nails on a chalkboard? Like,
yeah, I don't like it. I don't love it. I mean, from somebody that just lost their car, I'd be really worried about the fact that they had just scratched my car.
Right. Well, as soon as the thing was gone, the baby calmed, and then the car started right up. And the couple quickly sped
Weird.
away.
Yeah, no kidding. They're like, I need
fuck
the
West
fuck out of
Virginia.
here. No wonder people are moving.
Yes. As I stated before, police first said that it was probably just a meteor. Later, officials stuck to the same theory and then added a few possible other theories, like an emergency beacon or an owl. An owl, really? This 10-foot tall thing was an owl.
You can't blame the Flatwoods
Everything
monster.
is blamed on an owl.
And Mothman on owls. You can't do that.
And the death of Kathleen Peterson. Like, you can't blame everything on an owl.
Forgot about that. If you guys are not a patron, go check out, I think we did that a year ago, 13 episodes on Kathleen Peterson and the staircase recap. Yeah. It was a wild time.
It was.
Let us know what you think, too, because you can't, as Sierra said, you can't blame everything on an owl.
I also heard somewhere that Kathleen May was told by the government to stop talking about and investigating the Flatwoods monster because it was just a tester rocket that no one was supposed to know about.
Okay.
However, I could not confirm that Kathleen actually said this. I only saw it on one source. And I also, of course, could not confirm that the government actually said this to her.
Yeah.
No one, it was probably the Men in Black if it happened. But that's pretty much all there is to know about the Flatwoods monster. Those kids still stick to their guns and say that they saw what they saw. Kathleen May doesn't really like to talk about it anymore. She tried to live a life and people were calling her crazy.
Kind of like every person that was accused of seeing a UFO, but that was proven wrong, so
right.
Come on.
Right. Gray Barker searched for the Flatwoods monster for a really long time after that sighting, but no one has ever seen the Phantom of Flatwoods again. The town really took advantage of the tourism associated with the cryptid / alien. Much like the Hopkinsville with the little goblins, this is kind of the only reason any outsiders stop and buy things in Flatwoods, because of the legend of Braxy. They have a museum, a yearly festival, and a bunch of creepy merch that can be found at braxtonwv.org.
Is that where those earrings are from? Because we need them.
I believe so. And there's also this lantern, like, quote-unquote original Flatwoods monster lantern, Braxy lantern. It's so fucking cute. It's $60 and it's sold out. And I want one so bad.
They're kidding.
Adorable. But there is one lingering debate that is had now. And it isn't whether or not the monster was seen, because, either you believe it or you don't. The debate is actually whether the thing is a cryptid or an alien.
All right.
What do you think?
I have mixed feelings. If I want to go the Mother Nature-y way, I'm going cryptid, but something about the size of it and I guess I don't know, you can't really say that either because there are cryptids that are huge.
Right. Yeah, the biggest thing is it
cryptid? I'm more comforted with cryptid.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Is it wearing a dress / its body is shaped like a dress and it hisses at you and like sprays sulfur on you? Or is it just a dude in a mechanical car that sounds like a hiss and emits pollution? Which is it?
I'm going to go with the first one. That's my belief.
Yeah.
I want to hiss at people sometimes too.
Right. So. The issue with the first one is it's probably scary. Mm-hmm. The issue with the second one is it's probably not that interesting.
Well, it takes away from our Mother Nature theory.
Right.
I don't know. I would want to be left the fuck alone too. If I was in my home and how is that any different than us believing that Bigfoot is, or Sasquatch is kind and nice, but if it feels threatened, it will attack. So it's maybe they just feel threatened and are get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And sometimes we're just stinky and we can't help it, so. Sometimes we smell like a demon. It's really upsetting.
I am still very much for the ultra-terrestrial thing, where everything, even aliens, are basically cryptids. Everything is in a second, an alternate dimension. Mm-hmm. And I am under the impression, after, all of the research I've done in the past couple months, that West Virginia is the place where you get to the other dimension. Like West Virginia
totally
is a hotspot for dimensions. You know how the veil is thinner around Halloween? The veil is always thin in West Virginia. Okay.
How far is West Virginia from Alabama?
West Virginia is right next to Ohio, which is where I used to live. And I don't know how I've never been there. It's so weird. I've always been yucked out by West Virginia, though. I talked about that before.
Maybe me, and your sister go on a West Virginia ghost tour.
Yeah.
We'll drag her with us as the known skeptic.
Yes, and the designated driver.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
That's so scary, but so cool.
Is scary.
I love that.
I love it too. And it's a shorter story. It probably could have been shortened even more into like an urban legend. But in my mind, it's a full-on cryptid.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's very interesting.
I agree. Great job, though. I love it. I love it. I don't want to believe anything mechanical just because I like that it lives in the woods and fuck off, fruit fly. And that it, I don't know, maybe it's protected. Maybe it has babies. Mothers in nature are really protective of their babies. Maybe it has babies somewhere and it's like, get out of here. Smell some sulfur and be repulsed and get the fuck out of here. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I to believe that nothing is truly bad unless you provoke it, so.
Right. That could be it. I feel bad that it's making people feel bad. But also, I feel like it looks like that spade on the back of its head reminds me of a leaf.
Yeah.
It looks like a freaking nature goddess, and I love it.
I loved this episode, though. And, friendly reminder, guys, go leave a 5-star rating and review. Check us out on social media. Check out our website and check out our Patreon if you feel so inclined. And we will be back next week with a super cool episode. Before we get there, though, do you have a fun fact for us?
Do you mean what day is it?
Yes. Do you know what day it is today? I hope you do, because I don't, clearly.
Today is October 25th. And on this day in 1938, an quote-unquote archbishop of a Roman Catholic church in Dubuque, Iowa, Francis Beckman, denounced swing music as, quote, a degenerated musical system turned loose to gnaw away at the moral fiber of young people, end quote, warning that it leads down a, quote, promise path to hell, end quote. And by bringing this up, I just say that sometimes your church is wrong. So this Halloween, in a couple days, when they're telling you about all of the people that are going to hell and all of the terrible devil-worshipping things that people are doing, like tarot cards on fucking Halloween night, you don't have to listen to everything. Sometimes they're wrong. In 1938, they thought swing music was sending you to hell. It's okay to disagree with the church. They're not always right.
I agree with that statement. Have your beliefs. Stay true to who you are. And don't let fear-mongering control what you're going to do.
Yeah, you can still be Christian. You can still be Catholic. You can still be whatever religion you are and disagree with the church. If they tell you you can't, you're in a cult.
Great job today. And go get those tarot cards, guys. Go be your weird selves this Halloween. Dress up. Have fun. Tag us in your posts. We want to know what you're doing. What you're dressing up as. Talk to dead people. Absolutely talk to dead people. And we'll see you guys next Tuesday for a brand new episode. And in the meantime, keep it twisted. Thank you for listening to Twisted and Uncorked Podcast. Remember to leave a 5-star rating and review wherever you are listening now. It really is the best way to spread the word. You can also check out all of our sources and materials, as well as photos for the episode, on our website at twistedanduncorked.com. And you can follow us on social media at Twisted and Uncorked or Twisted_pod on Twitter. Thank you so much for all of your love and support, and we will see you next Tuesday for a brand new episode. Cheers!